Let's talk climatic challenges now. The death toll from the highly devastating wildfires, which occurred in Hawaii on the 8th of August, has climbed to 106, with families desperately waiting to hear about lost loved ones. But that's according to the state governor, Josh Green. They are being asked to provide DNA swabs, which are yet to yield satisfactory outcomes. We have a report.
I'm just going to be very direct with people always. When the bodies are smaller, we know it's a child. There was a car.
The governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, says a genetics team will be coming in to help identify victims as hundreds of searchers with cadaver dogs continue to comb through the rubble from the homes and businesses consumed by the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than 100 years. The governor says identifying bodies by rescuers has been challenging because the remains are largely unrecognizable and fingerprints are rarely being found. Government officials say investigators urgently need to develop DNA profiles for the remains and hopefully find matches, including any DNA provided by relatives of the missing persons. The governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, speaks of efforts being made so far.
It's one of the reasons that we are humbly asking for some patience about going into the ground zero area, because some of the sites are too much to share or see from just a human perspective, and also we don't want to disrupt any of the recovery. They're really now moving much more quickly through it, and I know it can be frustrating for some to not be able to drive the road, but that's one of the reasons.
Members of the Hawaii National Guard, Joint Task Force 50, alongside U.S. Army active duty and reserve soldiers, have arrived in Maui to provide disaster response to victims of the wildfires in Kahului Airport. The Hawaii National Guard says it is committed to immediate safety and well-being of the survivors and proper response to their needs. Still looking at providing solutions, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, and Vice President Kamala Harris, who have been sending words of comfort to the victims of the wildfires, say urgent support will be provided to bring succor to survivors.
The deadliest wildfire in more than 100 years. A whole city destroyed. Generations of native Hawaiian history turned into ruin. I've spoken to Governor Josh Green multiple times and reassured him the state will have everything it needs from the federal government. I immediately approved the governor's request for expedited major disaster declaration. That's a fancy word of saying whatever you need, you're going to get. And that'll get aid into the hands of people who desperately need it, who have lost their loved ones.
Far too many lives lost. Far too many lives lost. Homes lost, businesses lost, livelihoods lost. And of course, we have to recognize and pay special attention to the Native Hawaiian community, which has seen some of their most sacred cultural sites destroyed. And so I will say that President Biden and I will continue to do all that we can to help the people of Hawaii, and both in terms of what they need now, but what they need in terms of recovery and what they will need to rebuild.
Official statements say the death toll from the Hawaii wildfires has climbed beyond 100, with more fear the figure may rise.